Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. I mean, it covers centuries, and the way Ed Brubaker does things is, it's not linear. And when you have as many characters involved in the story like he has here, and it's kind of bouncing back and forth with, okay, you got this guy doing this, and then it makes reference to this on this one, and you find out what's going on, but sometimes you have to sit there and say, okay, yeah. With this, and that's what this one is. I mean, it's going to require a second reading just to get it all invested. I mean, it was a great story. And, you know, you've got all these different commentaries on stuff, and you have something set in 90s Seattle during the grunge scene. You have, World War One, World War Two, all this stuff. And basically what you're following here is this woman right here is Josephine. And she's the central character, but it doesn't really start out with her. You have a guy by the name of... it starts out with the death of a guy by the name of Dominic Raines. And his... you have Mr. Lash, the guy right here. He is the heir, like the nephew of the guy who died, and he inherits his stuff and finds a book, and then the woman in Josephine shows up at his funeral, and those two meeting kind of sets the story in motion. And then most everything else is done in kind of like flashbacks or things that he's found out, because she has this incredible power over people and men, and just makes them do what she wants, and then there's people after her. She can't die, or she can die, but she will come back. It's just classic Ed Brubaker in the sense that it's such an interesting story and very full of different stuff. Multiple threads that you're following. And you just... wow, this is one of his better stories. And I think pretty much the only one that has something mostly to do with like magic and the occult. And most of the stuff is mainly noir. Kill or be killed, there was supposedly a demon in there, but there wasn't. This one, this actually deals with stuff like that. You have just all these you know, kind of a series of monsters and Satanists, and you know, magic where she can like force her will on people, and it's wow. I am going to say this is a 5.0. If you're like me, you're probably going to have to read it a second time to catch everything, because there was a lot to take in, and I may have missed a few things, but this is incredible. Great story. Really interesting artwork by Sean Phillips, as usual. It's worth every second that you read it, because it's wow. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5.0 and recommend it highly. So, anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. If you read it, like, subscribe, most of all, enjoy your comics. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Let's grab a beverage of your choice. Excuse me. Because today, we are going to be talking about Fatale. Trade paperbacks 1 through 5. I did a review of 1, but when I got done with number 2, I said, okay, let me just read all 5 of them and do a review of everything, because I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to encapsulate my thoughts on just every single issue. I wanted to know the whole story before I tried to put my thoughts together. The only problem is, as typical with a lot of Ed Brubaker stuff, there's so much going on in there, and there's so much different meanings behind what he does. It's kind of hard sometimes, and this series is a prime example of that. There is so much going on in there. It follows, it goes over centuries, and one of Ed Brubaker's